long. Long is not is an understatement. It's been 3 months. 3 months of no contact, me not giving no updates, me not posting, me not like content, advertising, nothing of myself. And I neglected myself to do that. These past couple months have been extremely difficult for me. I can't begin to explain to you how difficult it has been, but y'all deserve the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. May was a very difficult time for me because in May I lost my father now 2 years ago. He died on May 25th. His birthday is May 5th. So you can see how May is just not a good month for me. Then in May of this year, I lost my grandfather, who was my dad's dad. Someone who, when I initially told about wanting to be in law enforcement and the criminal justice field, was someone that very much did on a daily basis encourage me and, push me to be above my peers. He was initially like the last kind of tie I had to my father, minus my siblings, but and my aunt. But it was a time where I got lost. I don't cope with death well. Friends, family, even some coworkers, I don't handle death well because I understand that everybody has a time to go. Nobody's on this earth forever, but I want everybody that I love to be on this earth forever, and things just don't go that way. It was difficult for me because at the same time I'm still grieving the loss of my father, and then my grandfather passes in May too, if I may add. He did pass in May. He passed probably, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after my dad passed away. So now it's just May altogether is not a good month for me. I kind of dug myself into a hole, some would say, and shut stuff off. My friends know me as the fun person, the drinker, the partier, personality, a good time. But when the friends are gone and the family's gone and you're by yourself is when you feel most isolated and when I feel most alone. It takes a lot for me to give energy that I don't have, but I take time out to make sure those around me know that I love them, know that I care about them, know that I'll do anything and everything for them and sacrifice for them if so be it. I would not have been able to get through that time or pull myself out had it not been for certain individuals that was like, hey, you're not yourself. When actuality, I am myself. I'm at my weakest point, and this is just a self that you've never seen. But I want to thank those that did check on me and inquire about me, and was like, hey, when's the next video? And I'm waiting for the the notification that you posted the video, and such like that. But this video is not supposed to be so serious. It's kind of just like I'm back kind of thing. But without further ado, we're gonna dig into the real topics, and I will get to how I got this on my hand, little beauty right here, because I lashed out my emotions, which I told myself I would never do. But without further ado, let's get into it. I have a couple of things I want to discuss today. One of them are some books that I've been reading to broaden my thoughts and my opinions on specific topics as it pertains to female lifestyle and a woman's, life and how they should be. The second one is basically like a woman's need or want for a man. The differences of like women saying, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, I want a man. We're going to tap into that. And also the circumstances surrounding how a female functions or how a female should function and carry herself based off of social media and just what we're told, and what we're taught. Before you do anything, before you view anything like that, go ahead and just like and subscribe, because you're gonna watch my videos. You're gonna watch them, and you're gonna like them. Okay, because you heard what I said, because I said it. Okay, so the first book I wanted to talk about was Dark Feminine Energy. You see that? So, the back of this book reads, are you ready to take back your power, transform your life, and learn how to become a femme fatality? Do you want to improve your confidence and be able to seduce any man you desire? By learning dark feminine secrets taught in this book, you'll be able to transform your life and accomplish any goals you desire. This dark feminine guide will help you activate your dark feminine energy, heal your inner wounds, and activate the power of dark feminine energy within you. Okay, so I've been reading this book. It goes into really detail about a specific chapter that I do want to discuss, called the cautionary tale. The cautionary tale is basically like what they perceive that our life should be like. That we should get married, that we should have kids, that we should submit to our husband, that we should be the ultimate housewife, cook, clean, do all such things, tend to the husband's needs, and basically sacrifice our own. In that case, I don't believe that. It's not realistic for you to, that's not realistic anymore, because we just don't live in that world anymore. We don't live in a world anymore where we can just completely submit to a man that works and we stay home and we cook, clean, we take care of the kids, and like that's our duties. We don't live in that world anymore, because a lot of men take that and they take advantage of it. That's how you then develop the abusers in the world. It's like, oh, I work, so you need to be doing this. Or when I come home, you need to be ready for me. Like, excuse me? Like, what? Working from home is a full-time job too. Taking care of kids is a full-time job too. It's not just butterflies and bubblegum. They don't take into account of the mental hold that it creates when women feel like they can't push out and they can't do their own, and they have to ask, to ask for finances to feel with some type of freedom. I know I saw a video about gypsies, like gypsy lifestyles, that every single dime they make goes to their husband, and their husband decides how the money is spent, but the woman has no say, and it's like completely full-blown World War One if the wife takes any money without the husband knowing. In addition to that, they don't take into accountability of, yeah, I'm gonna be your housewife, but will you be my husband? Will you include me in all your decisions, and will you bend the knee to me and submit to me with emotional availability, and express your opinions to me about how you feel and what you feel like I should do better, or what you feel like you should do better to be a better husband to me. instance. I'm not married. I'm just thoughts, opinions, questions. Another one is this: the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Okay? It's literally a book to tell you how not to care. Like, how not to go through life so much hatred and just just mugging everybody with so much pain and so much baggage on your heart. This book, I actually finished this book. That's why I can talk more about this one. But this book basically explained to me that it's okay for me to be like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, be like, you know, you got that one family member that you always, you know, you're always there for, you always support, and you had that moment where you're just like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm gonna do this. And it may make you an outsider to some of your friends, your family, your coworkers, but you have to develop that yeah, I don't want to do that, or I don't care about that. And it may make you nonchalant, but they may perceive to other people that you're being nonchalant, or you're being non-caring, or you're not trying to work with them or their thoughts or their opinions and feelings. But it's more so that you're just so secluded and accepting. Excuse me, because my throat is dry. I see my jade cup. So cute. That you're so accepting of yourself that you're like, I really don't care what you think or your feelings. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's what this book is. It's a really good book. It's a bestseller. I suggest you buy it because I will be talking more about this in upcoming videos. Okay? Now, the big kicker, the huge kicker. Give me a second, because I want to make sure I have the right video for this. Into the next video. Wanting and needing a man. The two differences. Wanting a man is you know, you can stand on your own 2 feet. When he met you, you were standing on your own 2 feet. You were going to work, you were paying your bills. You did not necessarily need him. You wanted him around. You wanted his energy. I can only speak to myself. I pay close to $3,000 a month. And that's just my basic bill necessities. That's not counting my hair. That's not counting me wanting to go out or me traveling with my friends. You know, that's just the baseline of how much I pay. Do I want to pay these things? No. Would it be nice if I, you know, that I had a man to pay for these things and take care of these things? It is nice. I can only speak from experience that I do have someone that is willing to help me when I need help and when I fall short. I don't give him the credit that he deserves because I don't know. But you know, I love you, honey, love you dearly. But I can't speak for me, but but when I was alone, when I was by myself, I had somebody that he was terrible. He did not provide. He could not provide. I provided for him. I took care of almost all the bills and everything like that. He could not keep a job whatsoever. So when he left, there was no like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't pay this bill, or I can't take care of this. Nothing changed but him being gone, which was a huge relief when he left. I was still able to move throughout my regular daily functions and pay my regular daily bills as if he was not there. But I'm gonna get y'all opinion. Found this video, this girl. I almost 100% agree with her, almost 100%. But I'm gonna play it for y'all, and you tell me what y'all think.
Financially, but I want that. I want a man who's going to take the lead. I want a man who wants to take care of me. I want a man who wants to provide for me. I want a man who wants to take that weight off my shoulder and allows me to be in my full femininity and in my full feminine energy, and whatever I bring is an additional thing to our home. But I don't want somebody who needs me to do that and then also needs me to be all of these other things, because the reality is that most men do not have everything that a woman needs. They are lacking. They are emotionally and spiritually broken. Let's talk about emotionally broken. A lot of these men have not gone to therapy, have not yet addressed some of the deep traumas that are inside of the depths of their soul, and that affects your relationship.
So the part that stopped me was the 50-50 part. I don't agree with the 50-50 part. Not at all. I think it's on a case-by-case basis as far as the relationship goes. Because if I make $1,000, if my check is $1,000 and his check is $3,000, but the rent is $1,000 and we're both paying 50-50, I have $500 left. You have $250. You have $2,500. That means it would be more difficult for me to take care of my bills as it pertains to you. That's not neither my fault nor your fault that I chose the field I was in. You chose your field, whatever. But I feel like when y'all are together and y'all are trying to grow with each other and you're trying to help each other save, it should be somewhat of a release some type of burden from the other, So like, hey, your check is $1,000, mine is $3,000. How about this month I pay $750 and you pay $250 or whatever. So you can then take care of the rest of your bills without needing my help. Because in the end, if she only has $500 left, she has her car note, she has her insurance, she has her phone bill. Like, it's so many things, other things left in accountability that take accountability for the outcome. So it's on a case-by-case basis. But if y'all make around the same amount and y'all bring in around the same things, y'all have like y'all on the same car insurance, same phone bill, stuff like that, I don't see why that 50-50 wouldn't be a feasible thing. But for now, I have to be on a case-by-case basis. In addition to that, people are getting into relationships with like men and women who have not closed those traumatic experiences. I can speak for myself that I have not fully closed traumatic experiences from being abused, because my ex, he was abusive. And get that. You're living with somebody that can't keep a job, but you're allowing this person to hit you. And it wasn't like he was hitting me. It was like he was hitting me, I was hitting back. Like, beating on each other, and then like the next day acting like nothing happened. I'm not gonna lie, I won most of the time. Only time I didn't win is when I was just like, I'm done with this. And we probably fought about like 5 times. But one time is too much. But yeah, they're not closing that trauma. And I know some people hate that word trauma, but it really is. It's more so, I want to use the word triggers. It's certain things that happen that will trigger you, that will make you feel like, okay, I know this person won't do anything to me. I know this, I trust this person, and I know this person is this, but I'm seeing a pattern, and my mind can't decipher if this is okay, and to just let it play out, or to express how I feel right here in this moment. I have a habit that I don't allow myself, because I'm not a critic. Like, I will tell the truth. I have a habit that I don't allow myself to say, hey, I didn't like this, and like, what can we do so that this will be better? I have a habit of not doing that. I often do react on my emotions, which I'm working on, but it's a battle. It's a battle. My communication skills, which my friends have told me lack thereof, but I'm working on it myself. Why? Which is why I'm reading these books. Reading books, taking notes, reading the Bible, praying, like journaling, just trying to get how I feel out without making the person feel attacked. And in some cases it comes off as that, and that's like not my intentions whatsoever. Men have to also feel safe in the ability to talk to their partner, to tell their partner, like, this is what's going on, and I felt this way about this, and how do we move past me feeling like this without the fear of their partner lashing out or disregarding their emotions. Some men also would seek better with a therapist, like, hey, I'm trying to talk to her about this, or whatever the case may be, and I don't feel like I'm being, what I'm saying is being receptive. You should definitely be able to have an open communication and talk to that individual without feeling attacked. But who am I? I'm not a therapist. I go to therapy myself. And my very, 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 very last thing, because I don't like my videos to be too long, but we're having good dialogue, I would say. Won't you, me, you, two-piece pod. But yeah, so my very last thing is this one, it makes me so mad. The persona a female should have according to reality and social media. I can't bend this finger, but if I could bend this finger, it'd be balled up. I hate this because social media wants you to think you have it all together and your life is this lavish life, or you travel all the time, but nobody's paying for it. Nobody knows who's paying for it, because you're definitely not paying for it. You travel all the time, you wear these designer clothes, and you rock the hair, and you have the money, and you got the body, and the butt's like this, and the waist like this, and the boobs like up, and the eyes are boom, and the face is always glossy, and you're just the perfect, when I walk, there's cameras, female. No. That is not reality. That doesn't happen. It's not real. I can speak right now and tell you, before I made this video, sorry, because I got my phone and then recording and everything. Before I made this video, I went in my makeup room and I did a little bit to my face, my makeup. Just a little bit, not too much, just a little shabby because I'm breaking out or whatever. Picked something I thought looked okay for camera and sat in front of the camera. But when I tell you that took like an hour for me to do, like an hour and a half for me to do, just to record, just to feel presentable to you, that you're not seeing me in my rawest form, which you will in one video. I will sit here and show you what I look like, raw, out the mud, but it's not to separate the fact of what's real and what's not. This is just more so to explain how social media is not real. plain and simple. I was trying to find a word, but social media is not real. It's just that. It's social media. It's a social platform. It's to talk, laugh, post videos, get off, enjoy the day. But we've turned it into life. That, hey, he has a BMW X6, he must get money. That BMW X6, he's financed 4 or 5 different times. And he has had several loans, or he's sold, but essentially he's sold to get it, to post a picture about it, or it's even rented. I've seen that too. That people have rented cars for the summer and flexed on them, or rented those 3-wheeler tricycles, rented those for the summer and ride them around all summer because they want to seem like, they got it like that or whatever. I drive my truck because I love my truck or whatever, but I'm not ashamed to say that I don't have a BMW. I don't have a Mercedes. I don't have the hottest car out or whatever. I have what I have. I accept what I have. I'm actually downsizing because it's too big. I shouldn't have got it, But these are all things that they portray on social media, that we do to portray with social media, or portray to our friends, or OKCB, and it's just not okay anymore. It's not. But nevertheless, I will pick back up recording and vlogging and explaining to you. I recorded so many videos in my absence. I recorded a lot on my camera, so I'm like working on getting that onto edits, so I can edit stuff and make videos together. But I recorded a lot of stuff. I just did not have the heart in me at that time to put it all together, or I really was just like, oh, nobody's gonna watch it anyway, so why do it or whatever. But I can't be like that. I have to be as positive as I can if I want this to work, and and y'all along for the ride. So I can only hope and pray that you still stick around with me. But until then, I didn't even say that. I'm about to end the video, y'all. Y'all didn't stop me. So I banged a hole in the wall. Talk about emotional, therapy and stuff. I banged a hole in the wall. Having emotional, I was, crashing out. Banged a hole in the wall, broke my finger. How stupid can I be? Because I didn't hurt nobody else but my finger and my and myself. So yeah, stupid. But we'll talk some more next time. But until next video, I'm gonna try to do this with my finger like this. Be there. Oh, be square.